Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at Nanbaka episode 10. So, this was a funny episode. So what essentially happens in this episode is that we go back during the time where Jugo was being detained and, injured, and also when Hajime was suspended from, his work and from the cell 13. So what ended up happening was the warden kind of tasked the monkey, the dog, and the other one. I forgot the other one's name. The one that has like the makeup and all that stuff. She assigned them to cell 13. I couldn't talk for a second there. And so they're all essentially getting turns at the various things of taking care of them. And what's really funny is like each one of them brings something to the table this episode. I really loved a lot of the humor. We learned a little bit more about Nico too, which is kind of thrown in there. So we learned that Nico is actually able to copy and mimic anyone's abilities at the price though that he's able to do it at a perfect level, but it wears his body out doing it. So essentially, like if he copies the Kwayong energy from the fighting styles and stuff like that, he can unleash all of that out. But the thing is that because his body's not fully used to that ability, it would actually kill him if he uses it too much. So, that was an interesting thing. We also saw some weird robot thing that was in there that was apparently a robot nurse that these guys all love because I guess they're so not used to seeing a girl that even though she's a robot girl, they loved her and were like, oh my god, you're the best thing ever. It was very weird. But I love some of the humor. Like we learned a little bit more about Nanba Prison from the makeup dude, where apparently Nanba Prison has a ski lounge, a shopping mall, movie theater. Like what the hell? And apparently they're not for the inmates, mind you. They're just for the people that run the place, so the correction officers and stuff like that, and the guards and stuff like that. So what I thought was funny though was their reactions like, well, how far away are these things? Like you find out that the prison is actually really far apart, so every single place could be separated by like 30 minutes to an hour to a 2 hour commute from one another. So they're really spread out, pretty far apart. I like when we had the monkey guy comes in. He's had probably the least amount to do in terms of like what he did with the group, where it ended up being the one. Guard who's always trying to train and stuff like that. He's like, you could have trained with me today, Rock, and all this, and it was so stupid. Like they were trying to like make excuses to get out of the training. They showed like, oh yeah, Jugo's really hurt. Like Jugo is really hurt. He's got this weird oyster disease that it's cancer or some type of cancer, and they're like, oh that's terrible, but it doesn't matter. He still makes them train nonetheless, and they're training from sunrise to sundown. And then finally, the probably nicest part was Jugo came back finally, and he really apologized to them all. He's like, listen, I'm so sorry, guys. I feel so bad, and hopefully you'll take me back and stuff like that. And they just laugh at his kind of Japanese apology. They're like, why are you apologizing? It's not, they all love him. You even see Hajime smile, and Hajime tells them before this scene that he plans on looking for the man with the scar himself. Like Jugo's not allowed to do that. He goes, I don't want you doing that. I'm going to do that. So that's very interesting. You can see Hajime really clearly cares about his inmates. And, that's understandable to a point, but we see that he really does feel bad, I think, about beating the crap out of Jugo. And, he just has to lay down the law. So I know he was kind of harsh with Jugo, but he did what he had to do, what he felt like he had to do. Overall, very solid episode. I was worried at first when they were going to go back. I'm like, oh, this could be like a just kind of filler type episode, but it was really funny. It really, really made me laugh. There were so many good jokes thrown in this episode. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did it too. I would love to hear some comments below. Like I said, I have to get going, so I do have to finish up this review pretty fast. But I will talk to you all later. Have a great, blessed day, everyone. Like usual, if you want to like these videos, hey, subscribe to the channel, share the video, etc. The whole nine. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.